but I shall not.
Yeah, I don't know what I can't obviously speak for her. I don't know what the thinking was there, but if it was the network, I just would think that I just think it would be a rule. Like,
well, Gillette and Drew were in, and everyone was in. Allison was not.
But again, I thought I would have assumed it would just been a rule.
Well, I didn't want to force her.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, then you didn't want to force her,
and I didn't. And I don't know what she thought we could have raised by auctioning off the T-shirt, but I don't imagine it would have been more than $45 or $50.
The nice T-shirts.
I think you know where I'm going. The number, I don't know, 3 or 4 thing that happened probably in 2014 is Mangria relaunch. I relaunched the brand.
New formulation?
Yes. Have you ever heard Alison say anything about Mangria, good or bad?
In her defense on this one, I don't think she drinks.
Understood. Have you ever heard her say, got a bottle, sent it to my friend? Or brought one home for the holidays? Or what have you? Anything. Anything of a positive nature.
I can't specifically recall
about Mangria
conversation now.
No words.
Not that I can remember.
Okay.
It sucks because we talk into a microphone for 90 minutes every day, so I'm sure someone would be like, oh, wait, there's this one time for any of these things, and it's
right.
Like, I don't remember that. It's not jumping to mind.
Right. Well, I can tell you why you don't remember anything.
I know what you're saying.
Okay. Have you ever seen her hold a glass or do anything of that nature? Anything involving Mangria?
No.
Okay. Now, the biggest weekend for me is the Monterey Rolex Historics car race.
And your kid's birthday.
Oh, and my kid's birthday.
Yeah. Anniversary.
I don't want to talk about that event when I come back from it because I know how much you and Allison are disinterested in that event. And I sit here and talk to myself about it for 3 minutes, and then we move on to the next subject. There are literally things I don't want to get into because it's not her thing or not your thing. And my thing is this. I know you're not a car guy, and I know Allison is not a car guy.
She's definitely not a car guy.
Transcends cars. It's a huge event,
right.
But more importantly, it's very important to me. It's the one thing I look forward to all year. I don't feel like I want to discuss certain topics on my own show.
That's important to me.
Because of the reaction I get, or better, the non-reaction that I get. Alison usually goes into a sleep mode when I start talking about cars or anything of that nature, and she basically waits until the storm is over, which is me talking about something, and then we can get on with whatever the topic is. Now, you don't have to know anything about pistons or firing orders. There are many, many, many angles that one can pursue here, but we don't really do that. And to prove you an example, I just got the cover of my book.
New book?
My new book.
Oh.
They send it to you about 4 or 5 months in advance. I got my new book cover.
Well, let's see it.
Well, hold on.
God damn it.
I wanted to, and by the way, in between these events, Alison Rosen said, can I be in your movie? And I made a part for her in my movie. So if you think I didn't like her or I wasn't trying to extend the olive branch or what have you, I would say finding a part in your movie for this person after we're done with the episode with the I don't want his bug on my logo, I would say that makes me fairly open-minded.
Yes. I would say easygoing, but it's you. But yes, I know what you're saying.
Okay. So, this is, I noted this is the reaction from not this book. I didn't want to unveil this book. The last book cover, we unveiled it on the air. We put it up on the big screen on the air. Shall we take a listen to the audio?
We have clips?
We have a clip of the audio of my book cover being unveiled for the first time on the air. Let's hear
much to
what
talk
it sounded
about.
like.
And speaking of photography, I think we got the cover of my book finally came around.
There it is,
and I'm
on the monitor.
It'll pop up on Amazon. You guys can go out and pre-order it if you like.
Takes just a second. I had a tech problem.
Takes a few days to get up on Amazon. Well, still pre-order if you like. And the picture, which Gary told me on the phone he had. But Gary, are you digging it up? No.
He has a wallet. He has a wallet-sized one.
A wallet-sized one.
Roll it out.
My QuickTime crashed. I was.
Okay.
Gary, you can edit this part out. By the way,
some crash.
You need to run the show.
Did everyone's parents go for the chub pack of pictures?
Not wallet size, but for the grandparents.
Is
you know
the picture
what I mean?
up now?
Pictures 5x7s, grandparents can whatever.
But I feel like the wallet comes with it. Oh, by the way,
there's the picture.
So
those should definitely be wallet sized.
All right, the picture's up now.
Yeah, I didn't get into it with them. I'm fine with it. I figured just let them fucking pick out the picture they like. I took 10,000 pictures, and this is what they ended up with. I'm picturing. You have to sort of picture it at an airport.
Stop it for a second.
As you're walking.
I'm trying to kill time now because Alison has not made a comment yet. You haven't said anything either, but Alison has not made a comment. And I'm in this uncomfortable position where we've unveiled my book cover, and everyone is just sitting here looking at it, and no one is saying anything.
Okay,
which is uncomfortable.
Is there more? Because I don't remember what my reaction was, but I remember probably taking it in.
All right, well, let's hear it.
I'm picturing. You have to sort of picture it at an airport, I guess, as you're walking past the cover in a hurry.
Have you decided on the confusing joke for the back cover?
Oh, if not,
you haven't narrowed down
not
yet?
settled on the super confusing joke for the back cover. Honestly, that conversation where my former publisher walked up and down the halls and could not find an example of anyone on her floor that heard any stories, Old or New Testament, about Jesus gouging the elderly.
And we looked.
Okay.
When James Baby
has Alison Rosen made a comment yet now that the cover has been up for some time?
No.
Okay. If you were me, how excited would you be about unveiling your next book cover?
Well, probably not that excited.
Okay.
I would imagine.
All right. Continue.
When James Baby Doll Dixon got on the phone with me, it was that moment where, you're doing that. You ever have those conversations turn where you're like, can you believe? And then they chime in and go, baby, Jesus would be the last person to gouge the elderly. And you're like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, you get it.
Yes. That is it. So there it is. And then I guess I can go to Carolla.com and check it out if you like. It'll be up on Amazon soon enough. Yeah.
Can I ask the question everyone's wondering? Did you get to keep the hat?
Oh.
Or was it your hat to begin with?
All right. There's the first comment.
I must say.
Okay. Does that sound like Robin and Howard?
No.
What did that sound like to you?
I don't know. Neither one of us really responded too much to the picture, which I guess now in retrospect looks odd. But I don't know. Wasn't a super chatty moment.
Okay, but I just unveiled the cover of my book.
Probably should have reacted
Should
more.
the person who's on my network and the person who is in my movie and the person who I sit here for 4 years with, should she maybe have said something upon the unveiling of the book cover?
Probably.
Okay. So you understand what I'm up against.
Yeah, I can see how, especially if it's your cover and you're proud of it or excited about it or whatever the thing is, you're like, you want a reaction or anything, good or bad.
I think the people at home want to hear something.
Yeah, it's a good point.
It seems like we didn't do anything. Seems like I'm just talking about this cover that doesn't exist. I know what the cover looks like.
It's a good point. There's no description of the cover.
It wasn't unveiling for me. I saw it a week ago because it got emailed to me. It was unveiling for you and for Alison.
Yeah.
Alison didn't say a single word. Now maybe she hated it. Still got to say something.
Yeah.
That's the point. And for all those of you who are out there, they're like, this person was your friend for 4 years. For 4 years, she was your friend. I don't think that was a two-way street. I did invite Alison to many events, housewarmings and charity events and beyond. I have never been invited to an event on her behalf. She's never reached out to me. She never asked me over for dinner. She never asked me over for a party. She's never asked me to come by with Lynette and see her place and have dinner with Daniel. It has never happened. In 4 years, I have never been invited The invitation has gone out to her for many events. The invitation has never come to me for her. I went to your wedding. Mm-hmm. I went to your house, or warming of sorts. Lynette and I came over shortly after you bought your house. That was
strictly an ask, kiss, move, but yeah. You did.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never, ever been invited to anything from Alison, ever.
Serious question. Is that personally hurtful to you? Not hurtful. Answer the question.
No, it's the way she would like the relationship. I would like it if everything was social. I would like it if everybody went to everyone's everything. But I understand it doesn't need to be that way. Mm. But the notion that people would say, this person was your friend and sat next to you and, boy, you slapped him in the face. Well, you could look at it another way, which is I invited her to 25 events. Mm. I've never got an invitation for anything, ever.
You know, Chris Loxamana's never invited me to anything. Could you fire him, please?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
He's gone.
Okay.
And speaking of inviting, when we had our Christmas party at the other warehouse,
around the corner,
when you and your wife left, I was standing off in the corner by Paul Newman's engine somewhere, and I think you sought me out.
Yeah, say goodbye.
And you came up and
Happy
you
New
said,
Year,
thank you, goodbye, great year, thanks for the ribs. See you tomorrow and wherever we're playing, and you and your wife left. Mm-hmm. When Alison and her husband left, they walked right past me. I was sitting at a table by the big roll-up door that they walked out of, and they walked past me and they left. Mm. They didn't stop. They didn't say bye. They didn't seek me out. I didn't stand in front of them and block them, but there wasn't a beehive of activities. People were sitting and eating. Mm-hmm. They chose to leave and not say bye or Happy New Year or whatever it was.
I think that's just Alison's. Just judging by the way sometimes she slinks out a live show, she'll slink out of the back door or whatever the thing is. Like she doesn't like to make a scene by saying goodbye.
I understand. I'm the exact same way. Mm-hmm. But as far as I go, what am I to make of all of this? Mm-hmm. Do you understand?
I understand.
Okay. Now, she's a talented person, and she should do what she does, but not in here next to me. I have no problem with her, but this is the facts of the situation, mm-hmm. and I think people should understand that. Hey, I don't know why everyone tried to turn me into this, ruthless guy who's like Mussolini, stomps about the place.
You're much more Stalin.
These are the facts. And when I said, look, she's not a sidekick, so to speak. If you'd like to listen to the book cover unveiling, I think you'll understand that she's not a sidekick. Mm. I don't need somebody feigning laughter or entertainment. I need somebody saying, where'd you do the shoot? When did you do the shoot? Mm-hmm. That they give you the suit? Whose idea? Did you select a bunch? I need engagement. That's what sidekicks do. They engage. Mm-hmm. You and I were role-playing male and female.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Husband.
That is what happened with Alison. Now, I don't know what else to tell you people. I don't know how to be any more truthful than that.
I personally will nominate this whole segment for the ACE Award for Most Uncomfortable Moment for next year or this year because I feel terrible. Let
me say one thing quickly.
Let me say one thing.
I'm not saying
afterwards.
Alison is a bad person.
I know.
I'm the one who I'm the one who thinks she's super funny. I'm the one who thinks she's a great writer. Mm-hmm. I'm saying she's not good for this position. Now go ahead.
I feel terrible because I like Alison both personally and professionally. I think she's very talented, and at the same time, I also feel loyalty to this show and this network, and feel like I'm caught in the middle of conflicting feelings, frankly. And I had a conversation with Alison the day I found out for like half an hour, and we talked, and I said, and I still believe it, I said, whether it's whatever the creative project is, whether it's a book or a podcast or a movie or whatever, if some element of it is not meeting what's in your head or in your ear or in your mind, it's sometimes hard to explain what the shortcoming is, or what is not matching what's in your mind. But if it's not matching, then it's hard to explain to people. You make the change, and it sucks, but it wasn't what it was in your mind of what the role of a sidekick should be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, what was in...